All right, everybody. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome. Woo! Deep breath, people. Deep breath. I hope you're doing great. We got a lot going on this week, my friends. So this reading usually is for whoever needs to hear this message, but I feel like this is a bigger message for the collective. I'm using a couple of different decks today for the Oracle. I'm going to use the Sacred Forest Oracle. This is Denise Lynn's deck. Very, very cool. I used it this morning for myself, so I want to share this with you. And then in the extended, I will use the Magdalene Oracle, which I've also been really loving using recently. So anyway, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is take a look at what's going on this week. This is a message for the collective. There is, like I said, a lot happening astrologically. We have the full moon in Virgo coming on the 7th. Within an hour or so of that, we have Saturn moving into Pisces. And also we have, well, I think that's quite enough. There's a lot of other things. There's a Jupiter Chiron conjunction. There's a lot of other things going on, but let's focus on the really big deal, which is Saturn moving into Pisces right there on the full moon in Virgo. And I like the full moon in Virgo because that is about magical healing. Well, not magical healing, but it can be. It can be a spiritual healing or a magical healing. Whatever realm of you needs healing, okay, is what we're focused on. And as I'm doing this reading, Pluto is at 29 degrees Capricorn. It's going to be moving into Aquarius later this month. And Saturn is at 29 degrees Aquarius as it prepares to move in to Pisces this week. So 29 degrees. If some of you, I know you've talked to me about this before because I have 29 degrees. My ascendant is 29 degrees. My descendant is 29 degrees. So 29 degrees really maps my life. This is a very karmic life for me. 29 degrees is essentially like the die has been cast. The energies are coming to fruition. It's a very karmic degree. It's almost like there's nothing you can really do about it. You just have to let things play out right now. Okay? So let's see where we're going with this reading today. Starry Night, acceptance. That's interesting. Wolf spirit, family. And hummingbird spirit, joy. So some of you could be making a shift to embracing a new family. Something about your family is coming to an end or has come to an end, has come to some kind of conclusion in the past, I'm going to say 3 or 4 months. All right. So we are in a time period of things wrapping up, right? Things wrapping up in those signs for those planets. In the extended, I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign just to see like how you might be impacted this week. Okay, so the first card I'm getting is this Starry Night, this acceptance. This is a sense of like, hey, this is a karmic moment. It's best to just not struggle, okay? Just relax. Allow this week to unfold as it's going to. It doesn't mean you hide under the covers or anything like that. But what I am saying to you is no event happens like kind of in a vacuum. It's almost like towers don't exist in a vacuum, even though they might look like it to other people, that wham, like all of a sudden something big changes in your life or something big shows up, something big leaves or whatever it is. But that doesn't happen, okay? In a 3D experience, illness doesn't just happen. Okay, there's preconditions in your body. There's preconditions or there's conditions that you've created in your life based on, your habits. Since we have this full moon in Virgo, it is about releasing habits that are not healing for us. And that can be a very healing thing. Okay. So when we get to 29 degrees and we are collectively at 29 degrees with Saturn and Pluto, there is nothing to do but just watch it unfold. Okay. I'm not saying you don't have power, but you had power in all of the decisions you made up until these moments of full culmination, completion of a cycle. You have power in how you create that. So, for example, I mean, I'm just going to use a school example because for me, that's it. Just is. If you don't go to class, these are the dreams I have, right? If you don't go to class, you don't read the book, you don't look at the syllabus, you don't do anything, and you show up at the final exam, you're kind of living, you're not prepared. You're just not prepared, okay? You can wing it and you can do all that stuff and, you can get some points and get some stuff right because you're bound to. But if you went to class and you did the reading and you looked at the syllabus and you asked the questions and you made the connections and you did the homework and everything, then you're prepared. Especially in Saturn's world. If Saturn is like, dude, if you are not doing all that stuff, you're just not prepared. All of this is kind of guesswork. All of this is kind of, just luck. Okay. This week we do have Jupiter also conjunct Chiron, and Chiron is our wounded healer. And so there can be this lucky kind of experience when these energies kind of, create an introspective evolution. So intro evolution instead of external. It's like changing how you are experiencing the world. It's changing how you look at things, and there is that, and that can be a very healing thing, that you might look at the world through, very black and white. And when this happens, when big change happens because of how you've been living your life, there's a moment of like push comes to shove and something's got to give, and woo, all of a sudden there's an opening to seeing how the world really works, or how I'm working in the world, or how I'm having impact for good or for bad in the world, right? Like how that is opening up to me. So this is a week that this stuff could happen. 29 degrees is like you made your bed. If you ate McDonald's every meal for 30 days, just watch that movie Super Size Me. I know there's somebody out there who's like, no, super healthy because I'm doing this every single day. Okay? Get away with you daft beggar. Like, sorry, that doesn't make any sense to me because there's issues of sodium and cholesterol and all this stuff. And we have a body. We have an actual body, and it does have impact. Things have impact. Okay? And when we're at that 29 degrees, we're just going to see how it's played out. The inverse could be possible. You could have been doing lots of good things for your body, lots of good things for your soul, really doing I'm not going to use this till the extended. Really doing things that are very healing and very nurturing. The center card there is about family. And there can be a sense of, I am getting big guidance to work or move toward ancestral energies. I'm going to be doing a series of shorts and possibly a series of ancestor messages for each zodiac sign. I'm going to be doing something like that this week. I've gotten a couple of ideas flowing through me, so we'll see how it plays out. But I think it's really important for us to pay attention to the family we create, or the family we were born into, or the family that, for me, I am an adopted kid, so there is other family of origin kind of things going on. So there can be something about that this week. And I feel like there is very quickly, when Saturn leaves Aquarius to go into Pisces, Saturn always leaves a little reward for hard work, for work well done kind of a thing. And what you need to do to take a look at Saturn stays in a sign for 2.5 years. So if you want to go back, and it's a 22 card here, which is a nice number. If you want to go back and look at what was going on for you the last time Saturn ingressed into Pisces, that happened in 1993 through 1995. So what was going on in your life at that time? I moved from Miami to Portland, Maine in a blinding snowstorm, and it was a completely different life. I absolutely washed myself of one life and I created a new life. And so it's very interesting for me to look back, and that's why I keep a journal. because I can actually go back and look and see what was going on for me at that time. And it's very, very helpful to understand the current cycle. So if you're not a journaler, get cracking, McCracken, because I feel like it's going to help you in a big way. All right, let's see where we go. Itchy nose. Six of Pentacles underneath, Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands. I feel like some of you are creating, oh, look at this, Two of Cups. Wow, okay. I feel like some of you have been too nice or dealing with people who have really taken advantage of you. I do feel like there is a movement, a change, a moving towards something that's more egalitarian, like this, okay? You see how this is not equal? These people are beggars. He's the rich man. Like, this is not equal. This is equal. So we're moving away from a situation where some of you have been feeling like you have vampires around you, people who are sucking energy. And instead, we're going to create something more balanced, okay? We're going to create something more equal and more balanced. I feel like there's some real truth coming in this week about that, some ideas or some thoughts that are going to just show up. Sometimes you just have to release and allow the energy to move you in the direction of your path, of your soul journey. A lot of what moves us around can be subconscious or unconscious. Hi, Charlie. There can be some messages coming in, some truth coming in, and I feel like you just kind of have to release and let it play itself out. Temperance, the Moon, the Page of Cups, the Emperor. Wow, the Death card. Wow, that's big. The Two of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Judgment card. Oh my. The Wheel of Fortune, Lovers. I can't let it go. Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. So on a very basic level, some of you are moving away from a relationship, whatever it is, it was blocking, it was taking so much out of you that it was blocking your path forward in your soul mission. I feel like some of you have the end of a cycle with somebody who is very domineering, someone who is controlling, okay, or trying to be controlling. I feel like I told some of you know this because in our, I have a birth chart class or a mentorship. If you're interested and you don't know how all of these things I'm talking about, Saturn moving into Pisces and Pluto moving into Aquarius, how does that affect me? The birth chart class is the place to figure that out. You can figure out how all the transits impact you. So there's a link in the description box below. What I'm seeing here is that some of you, I've told you this, that the Page of Cups, I asked for my guides to give me a sign whenever there is, guidance for me, but also guidance in terms of the spiritual path and the people who are finding this resonate. Okay, whenever I see this Page of Cups, it's like an extra boost of resonance or something. I'm just saying, like, I've asked for that guide, additional guidance. And what I'm getting here is the universe is bringing these things to a head, bringing this relationship to a head so that you can then kind of bow out of it. This is a very light card. So this is pretty big energy, right? The Temperance angel, Archangel Michael, saying, hey, I'm bringing this to you. This is bringing up stuff from your subconscious. It's bringing up things that are important to you or need to be paid attention to. There can be some fear around this, trepidation, I'm not sure. But I almost feel like part of this is like, why am I attracting vampires? Why am I attracting people who are controlling? Why am I doing that? And so I feel like that cycle is coming to a close. We're no longer attracting vampires. There's going to be this kind of egalitarian thing that I talked about where the mission and purpose is different than the past. I feel like you had a lot of weight on your shoulders. You might be somebody who has hard time with boundaries, who is very empathetic, but can't kind of, make their way forward because they got so much weight on them. But I do think that this is ending. There is a cycle here with someone who is maybe very controlling, maybe very domineering. I feel like you have this chance to kind of slip that knot or slip that, no, not slip that knot, slip that noose and get away from it in a very easy way. Like 29 degrees, it's just wrapped up. So if someone says, okay, so let's say that you are in a relationship and you feel like this is what I'm talking about. And that person comes to you this week and says, I think we should see other people. I think we should go in different directions. You might, in the past, have been the person who's like, oh, no. We can work this out. We can make changes here. We can do this. We can do this. It's very important to me that we do this together. Instead, this week, you might be like, okay. Like, just let whatever wants to play out, play out. Okay? If there is, if you have something going on at work and you feel that there is some big changes going to be made in this company and you might not know where your path is with this company, you might even feel like it's closing up. And there is this sense of, foreboding, but I just feel like there's a chance to slip away from this big energy and move forward in a very nice, light way. I don't think it's going to be hard because I keep getting this joy, all right, this kind of light energy with this Page of Cups. So anything that wants to kind of end in your life this week, don't fight it. It's 29 degrees. It's karmic, all right? It's a karmic. It's something that must happen. And the more you fight it, the more it's going to drag you along. So let it happen. Just let it happen, whatever wants to happen. You are going to be given some new choices because there's going to be space. All right, there'll now be space. 6 of Wands, the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like this sense of like this 8 of Wands and the Judgment card is all of a sudden a lot of downloads coming in, a lot of guidance coming in because this has been moved off. I don't think you know how heavy this is on you. I don't think you know. I think if you have had the sensation in the last 6 months of feeling like you're dragging Santa's sleigh across grass, not snow, grass, dragging that sleigh, and just like your movement is creating movement forward, but only in as much as you move, as opposed to pushing a sleigh and it goes because it's on that slick surface of snow and ice. It just goes. On grass, it's like you move forward 3 inches and it moves forward 3 inches. There's no scale here. There's no one action yields multiple opportunities. In the past 6 months, one action leads to one thing. It just doesn't feel very smooth. Okay. All right. So what I'm getting here is this is a choice. You to say, okay, if you want to go, go. Good. There's not a lot of words here. There's not a lot of words. So don't try to talk somebody out of leaving you behind, because really it's you that's leaving them behind. Don't try to talk yourself back into a job that you hate. Let it go. All right. Whatever's going to happen here is going to yield some much bigger, much more joyful, much more fulfilling path ahead. And I feel like you just have to let it play out. Okay. So I'm going to continue on with this. I will, in the extended, I will really focus on each zodiac sign and how this might impact them. I do see really loudly here, Gemini and Sag. Here's Jupiter. We have Jupiter, Chiron conjunction this week, which is also very, very powerful energy, like an opening up to a healing. So there's Gemini and Sag. Scorpio and Aries are here. Pisces. There's Pisces and Sag again. So a lot of that a lot of that moving forward. Some of you this could be about a belief system with Sagittarius. This could be about a belief system and plugging ourselves into belief systems that we don't really value. And we were just doing it because, well, this is what we learned growing up. This is what we learned from our family. And now there's like this reassessment of, oh, wait a second. I don't know if I want to continue with this. And the church you go to or whatever, there's a moment in time when there's a chance to drop out of it. Like it's no longer a thing. Maybe the pastor might leave, or maybe something goes on with that situation that kind of opens the door for a natural exit for you. Okay. A natural exit, which is nice. So I want you to know it's leading to joy. Hummingbird spirit. I'll read you this in the extended too. All right. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. Also the link to the birth chart membership is below if you want to really understand how transits might impact you personally. Okay. I'll teach you how to do that. All right. Link is below if you want to see me. See you later. See you later. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.